All right, let's jump right in. We're all using AI these days, right? But what happens when those tools, the ones we're starting to really rely on, are biased? Sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's not so subtle. It's a huge deal, and that's what we're going to unpack today. Not just how this stuff happens, but more importantly, what you can actually do to help fix it. So check this out. We're looking for a rock star software engineer, a coding ninja. He should be passionate about technology. I mean, wow, this was actually written by an AI for a job description. And here's the kicker. We know for a fact that this kind of language can seriously discourage super qualified people, especially women, from even thinking about applying. So the big question is, why would an AI even write something like that? We tend to think of AI as this super objective, logical thing, just crunching numbers. But that output, it's clearly not. And if we want to get to the solution, we've got to dig into where the problem actually comes from first. All right, let's peel back the layers on these hidden biases. Because, spoiler alert, this isn't some sci-fi story about a rogue AI. It's actually about something a lot closer to home. So, what is AI bias really? Well, think of it like a scale that's already tilted to one side. That's what happens when an AI's results consistently and unfairly favor one group over another. And it's super important to get this. The AI isn't trying to be unfair. It's just learned from a massive amount of human-created data that already had those imbalances baked right in. It's just showing us our own tilted scales. And, this isn't just one single thing. Bias pops up in all sorts of ways. You've got demographic bias, right? The obvious stuff based on gender, race, age. Then there's cultural bias, where it might favor, say, a more Western worldview. And even socioeconomic bias, making assumptions based on someone's income or education. It really is a widespread issue. Okay, so if the AI is learning from biased data, how do we, the users, fit into this picture? Well, that's where things get really interesting. It turns out the way we write our prompts can either make things way worse or way better. This is really the heart of it all. The AI has learned everything it knows from us. It's not thinking for itself. It's basically a giant, incredibly powerful pattern matching machine. It's looked at pretty much the entire internet, articles, books, forums, you name it, and learned the patterns of how we talk and think. And in doing that, it's become a mirror of our society, the good, the bad, and yeah, all of our hidden biases. And this is where you come in. Every single prompt you write is like a lever. If you just toss in a lazy, simple prompt, you're basically pushing that lever in a way that amplifies all of those biases it learned. But if you write a really thoughtful, specific prompt, that lever becomes a powerful tool to push back, to consciously counteract that bias. We have way more control here than most people realize. Okay, so that's the theory. How do we actually do it? Let's get practical and look at some simple techniques you can use to write fairer prompts and push the AI in a better direction. All right, technique number 1. This one's the most straightforward. You have to be explicit with your instructions. Seriously, you can't just assume the AI understands what fair or unbiased means. You have to spell it out. So take a look at this. On the one hand, you have the simple prompt that led to that whole Rockstar Ninja disaster, but then look at the other one. We've given it crystal clear rules. Use gender-neutral language. Avoid stereotypes. Focus on skills, not personality. We're literally giving the AI a new rule book to play by. And check out the difference it makes. It's like night and day. All that biased, bro-y language is just gone. Instead of focusing on these aggressive, coded personality types, the new description is all about actual skills and qualifications. The amazing part is the result isn't just fairer, it's honestly a way better, more professional job description all around. Okay, on to technique number 2. This one is all about showing, not just telling. Remember how we said the AI is a pattern matching machine? Well, if you give it a biased pattern, you're going to get a biased result back. It's that simple. So the fix is, we have to deliberately give it better, more diverse patterns to copy. This is a perfect example of what I mean. The first prompt asks for entrepreneurs and then gives examples like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg. Now, there's nothing wrong with those examples, but they all fit a very specific mold, right? White, male, tech guys. It's reinforcing a stereotype without even trying to. But look at the second prompt. It specifically gives diverse examples. Oprah, Indra Nooyi. It's showing the AI, hey, this is the pattern I want you to follow. And again, look at the results. It's just so stark. The first prompt gives you, well, more of the same. But the second, fairer prompt,
It comes back with an awesome, diverse list. Sarah Blakely, Jensen Huang, Rihanna. I mean, that's what we're talking about. It just goes to show you how powerful providing better examples can be.
So let's bring this all together. What does this actually mean for you when you're using these tools? Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about some abstract tech problem. It's about our choices and how we decide to use this powerful technology.
You can actually boil it down to a pretty simple 3-step framework. First, before you even hit enter, just take a second to identify your own assumptions. Ask yourself, what kind of stereotypes might this prompt accidentally trigger? Second, add those fairness rules we talked about. Be explicit, give diverse examples. And third, test the output. Look at it from a few different angles. Would this make sense to different groups of people? It's this constant loop. Identify, add, test. That's the secret sauce.
And that right there is the most important thing to remember. This is not some impossible problem that only PhDs in data science can fix. Nope. Every single one of us who writes a prompt has a choice. We can either be a part of the problem, letting bias continue, or we can be an active part of the solution, helping to build a better, fairer AI for everyone.
Because in the end, that's what an AI really is. It's a mirror. It reflects the data we give it, the patterns we show it, and the instructions we write. So the real question isn't about the AI, it's about us. What kind of world are we going to show it? What version of ourselves do we want it to reflect back?